All right, guys, here's the day. We're getting the last of the supply of our fireworks, and we are going to go in here, and there's a place called Discount Fireworks here in Newaygo, and we're going to get the remainder of our fireworks that we need for our New Year's Eve show. In today's video, we're basically going to be showing you how we secure our fireworks to our firework boards. So that'll be segment one, and then tomorrow's video will probably be how we fuse them together on the boards, but we gotta let them set up overnight on the boards so they're not moving around, and it does take some time. So that'll take me the majority of the day once I get home from here on getting them glued down to the boards. So we're here at Discount Fireworks in Newaygo, and I only get a couple things here. I mostly like to support Ales Fireworks in Muskegon. They do have the best and a bigger variety. They just have a couple items here in Newaygo that I need, but I'll grab them, and then we'll get back with you when we get home, and we'll show you how we get them secured onto our firework boards. All right, guys, we're on our way to Ales Fireworks in Muskegon. I had to go back there and grab a couple things, and his shop is probably the best around. It really is, and he's always got a stock and everything I need, and it's fun talking with him and getting to know what fireworks do what. And he's always friendly, and his son Dustin's always in there, real helpful too. So we'll stop in there. I gotta get some 6-pack of Roman candles, and I'm sure I'll end up getting a couple other things, but you know how that always goes. You always just go in there for one thing and you leave with a bunch more. So we'll go in there and get the last few things that we need, and then we'll get home and we'll show you how to get these fireworks on a board, or at least how I do it. So we'll do that, and then we'll get to gluing them on these boards. So stick with us here, and we'll show you what we're gonna do. All right, guys, we just got home from the fireworks stores and picked up a couple more items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 more items, a couple 500 grams and a couple 200-gram cakes, and then some picked up some more fuse. So this is the time of the fireworks show, and this is not at all an how-to video. This is just how I do it. So this is the time of my fireworks show where I plan the show out, how you want to start it, how you want to end it, and what do you want to be in the middle. And I write it all down, and then I write what I want to liquid nail on each board. So like board number 4, which is my first board number, because I always start off with a couple of ground ones that don't need boards for stability reasons. And so 4, you know, you're gonna put 2, 3 of them on there, and then the next board you're gonna put 2, 3 of them, 4 of them, you know, however many you can fit on the board depending on how big the cake is, and then you liquid nail them on there. And then I'll have 10, 15 boards with 3, 4, 5 fireworks glued onto them together, which then that are all fused then together, which will be tomorrow's video on how we fuse them. Today's just gonna be how I secure them to the boards. And then you can carry each board from wherever you're working. In this case, it's cold out, so I'm working in my basement because I didn't want to get the fire going in the pole barn because it's 20 degrees and it would take quite a while for it to get warm in there. So I'm working in my basement or wherever you're working in the pole barn. And then you can take your board out to your location of where you're going to be lighting your fireworks show off at, and then you can connect the boards together with fuse. So you're going to get all of it mainly done in your staging area. So I'm going to get my boards all liquid nailed on today, which I'm going to show you how I do. And tomorrow we're going to fuse all the boards, every cake on each board together. So then all I have to do is carry these boards outside, fuse them together, and we're ready for the show. So let's get right into it, and I'll show you how I'm going to start my show and how I'm going to liquid nail these to the boards. So I'll get all my fireworks organized by which board I'm going to put them on, and then I'll show you guys how I liquid nail them on there. All right, now all we're going to be doing to get that on the board is we're going to be taking just regular liquid nails, extreme heavy duty or whatever kind of liquid nails you got. It's about $4, $3 at the store. And you're just going to hit the bottom of that cake with the liquid nails and glue it on. Now I know a lot of guys will take the time to to cut this bottom off so it sticks better, but yeah, it doesn't matter to me. I mean, if you get this on there, this cake is not going anywhere. A lot of people will cut this off and glue right to the bottom of the tubes that are on here pre-placed, but for me that doesn't matter. And but what you do really want to be careful with is where the fuses are. There's a couple things you have to watch when you're doing this. Is you want the fuse placement on every board to be the exact same way so you can run your fuses along the edge here. But you also have to be careful because on each cake, some of the bigger ones, it'll say something like this. Face this side towards spectator, please. So then that means that this side of the cake they want facing towards the crowd, so you can that way the effect of the box, whatever it has in the box, is sometimes made for it to show that way. If it's a fan or if it's any sort of a rapid shot that goes different ways, that way the crowd can see. And it's not going the other way, sideways on them. So you have to watch out for two things. On this case, I wish the fuse was here since I'm going to be starting it here. And my other fireworks are going to be from this side coming. So I'm going to have about a foot gap here to get to the fuse. On the round cakes, you can flip them mostly wherever you want. But on this one, it's on this side, which it sucks because it's the start of the cake, which if it was down here, it'd still be a gap, but at least you have something going off. But down here, there'll be a little break. I'll have to throw one in between on this side. Or what I'll probably do too is I can use right here some quick fuse to get from my perfect fuse to this side, which will be about 3 seconds a foot. So that'll give it go real quick to get to there without too big of a break. So we'll show you how we glue this one on here. Now you really don't need too much of this stuff, just enough to make sure it sticks. Now what we're going to do is we're going to let this stuff set up overnight before we start really playing with it and wicking it together. So I think if we do that about like that, that's pretty good. And let's get it set on the board. All right, so now that one's set up on the board, and we'll keep going with our list of what we got for this board on each little space here, and then we'll move on to the next board. We'll fuse them all together, the boards together tomorrow, and then we'll move on. So I'll put you guys probably on a little time-lapse video here, and we'll show you how we do it, and I'll check back in with you in a little bit. All right, let me bring you in a little closer here. As you can see, we got one board all the way done. And you can see the fuses here, 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 and right there on the corner. So that's all gonna be pretty simple to connect together with fuse. It'll go pretty quick with perfect fuse, and it'll work out just good. This one will get done shooting in time for that one, in time for this one. And then we'll put this other board right here tight when we get it outside, and we'll fuse them together. So you won't have much of a gap at all in between boards. So we'll set you back up and we'll keep fusing these boards together. you guys get the picture on the gluing part. I'll get back with you here once I get all these boards about wrapped up, and I'll show you what we got for a setup here. So stay tuned here, and we'll show you when we're about closer to being done. All right, sorry for the mess in the basement, but here it is. They're all over here drying. I got them away from that area so I can bring them one by one over to my table tomorrow to fuse up with a stool. So here it is. The 2021 New Year's Eve fireworks show. Got them drying, and they'll be ready to fuse tomorrow. So we'll get back with you tomorrow on how we fuse them, and then on the day of, I'll start the video off showing you what we got and what they about break into, and I'll go through the fireworks a little more. But this is going to be a good show for 2021, kicking off a new year, getting rid of a crappy year. So it's going to be one good show. Like I always say, if you like what you see, please hit subscribe, hit that like button, check out some of our other videos, and let us know what you think in the comments below. So we'll see you on the next go around. Have a great rest of your weekend.